Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. Tonight is Friday Night Ops, October 13th. They're doing 60 hours of ATC in Boston's airspace. So I'm just flying around in the Boston airspace area. We're going from right now we're at Adirondack Regional, Saranac Lake, New York. And we're going to fly over to White Plains. Do something a little different this time, and that is we're going to depart VFR and pick up our IFR in the air. Alright, so we'll just quickly do our checklist here. Alright, starting engine gust lock is removed. Beacon is on. APU is on. Fuel boost pump is on. Electrical power on. Engine start master switches on. And we will select the number 1 engine number 2 engine for start. Fuel valve is open. N2's on the rise. Parking brake is on. Alright. Good ignition of the number 2. By the way, this video is going to be completely uncut and unedited. This is going to be the entire flight with all mistakes and everything. Alright, we'll start the number 1 engine. Fuel valve is open. N2's on the rise. Good ignition of the number 1 engine. And oil pressure and temperatures are looking good. The engines are stabilizing. Hydraulic pressure is good. Flight data is set. Second engine start, we did. Doors are closed, lights are out. Pitot heat is on, de-ice is on. Flight director is up. We're in GPS mode. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is set for takeoff. Ground spoilers check. Full deployment. Light illuminates. Retract. Light extinguishes. Nose wheel steering is on. Yaw dampener is off. Brakes test. And that's it. We are squawking VFR for our VFR departure. Our brakes are released. We're going to squawk normal here. Test the left brake. And test the right brake. Brakes test. We're good. We're going to climb out to 5,500 initially. And we are going to depart runway 23. Put the cabin alerts on. And we'll shut the APU down. Okay, taxi checks. Exterior lights, anti-ice, pitot heat, brakes are tested, reversers, 2 unlocked, 2 in reverse, and they're stowed. Transponder, fuel, temperatures and pressures, cabin pressure, trim settings, flaps are set and I indicated. APU is as required, we just shut it down, master's off. Flight guidance panel is set. We're going direct to Albany. Warning inhibit switches inhibit. Bleed air is on. Lineup checks. Bleed air, APU is required, exterior lights, ground spoilers armed, transponder and TCAS on, crew alerting. Let them know we're at the end of the runway. Lights and strobes are on, pumps are on, and auto throttle is armed. That is lineup checks, we're ready for departure. This is runway 22. Altimeter sets a local setting just to verify. Look right, look left, we're clear. There is traffic here, but the airport is closed and he is in a parking space. Alright. We're going to do a static departure here. Bring the engines up 40%. Make sure they're synced. Toga selected. Takeoff power is set. And we are rolling. Airspeed's live both sides, 80 knots. We're going to continue. There's V1 and VR. Positive rate. Gear up. Gears in transit. Alright, flaps coming up. Gears up, lights out, flaps are up and indicated, yaw dampener is engaged. Got a stable climb. We're going to engage the autopilot. Tune to New York.
14000. Giant 512 Boston Center, climb maintain for level 360 and turn right direct. Actually, I'll tell you what, turn right first, Charlie Tango Romeo.
Turn direct Albany.
Giant 512 heavy, climb maintain for level 360 and proceed direct to Charlie Tango Romeo or Charlie Tango Whiskey. Charlie Tango Romeo.
Alright, climb checklist, gears up, lights out, flaps are up and indicated. Guidance panel set, exterior lights as required, air start switches are set to flight. Pressurizations checked, engines are checked. Engine sync is on, altimeters and the APU is shut down.
Climb follow Q320 Metro City.
We give them a call.
411 Charlie Echo, runway 24, clear for the option.
Cleared for option, runway 24, 1 Charlie Echo.
In Boston Center, Gulfstream 4800 is with you off of Adirondack at 5,500, looking to pick up IFR to White Plains.
Number 4800, clear the White Plains Airport, be at present position, direct Albany V1, then as filed, climb and maintain level 200. And I'll just clock for you momentarily.
Alright, we're cleared to White Plains, present position, direct Albany and up to flight level 200, 4800.
Number 4800, reset transponder, squawk 4712.
Verify that was 4712 for 4800.
Stream 800 from the
4712. And we'll give them a flash.
Delta 3710 across Wally at maintain for level 20.
And we're direct Albany.
Boston Center, good evening.
Increase our climb rate to 2,500 feet per minute.
710, level 210.
Delta 3710 Boston Center across Wally at maintain for level 200.
Cross Lolly Avenue, maintain for level 200, Delta 3710.
American 214, say indicated airspeed. American 214, our indicated airspeed is 286. American 214, rather reduce speed to 270. American 214, launcher down to 270.
The auto throttle is temporarily disengaged.
Boston, negative, JetBlue 2601.
I'm gonna just make sure I keep my speed up here. I'll arm it again so I can reset it.
JetBlue 2601, Boston, send out level to board.
Alright, we're above 10, landing lights are off, fuel pump's off. And we can accelerate.
American 214, descend via with Jace on 2 arrival, runway 22 left, clean altimeter 3037. Was this the American 214? American 214, affirmative, descend via the Chase on 2 arrival, runway 22 left transition, altimeter 3037. Negative Boston Center, start with 206, pat for departure, 9,500 for 8,000. Tower 2006 Boston Center, coming Chase level 340. Oh, it was 340. American 214, Roger, clear to the, on the Jason to arrival, runway 2 left altimeter 2037. 3037, sorry, 3037. Break, number 4 on 1 Charlie Echo, runway 24 for the option.
Where's for option 241 Charlie Echo?
2601 cross Pink. JetBlue 2601 cross Lolly at maintain for level 200.
Lolly 200, JetBlue 2601.
Viking 1, the altimeter is 3035.
3035, Viking 1.
Whoever's stepping on everybody, can you please just stop? Please, just stop. Okay, now that it's quiet and I don't have garbled ear for 2 seconds, who's trying to call?
Now nobody answers, that's hilarious. Okay, here comes 18,000. Altimeters are set to 2992.
One of them are on 200, but my, those are that, fine. Stay with me. I'm up to 200 with you, or you say, hey, you stay with me just a second. Okay.
Mach 0.80. Hold, Mach hold. Alright, we're level at 200. Cruise checklist is power, set for cruise, pressurization checked, panel sweep complete,
American 214 or
and fuel quantity. We have
American 214.
2,091 pounds of fuel for this very short flight.
American 214, confirm that's the speed.
We're not even going to be 45 minutes.
American 214, Roger, reduce speed to 210. Delta 220, contact Boston, approach 118.25.
I'm only 163 from our destination, which is White Plains, so I will pull up the charts.
214, contact Boston, approach 118.25. American 214, contact Boston, approach 118.25. American 214, roger, contact Boston approach on 118.25. Have a good night. Good night. Royal MR 200, contact Cleveland Center 134.9.
Doing the 134 decimal 9 and minus 200 by good night.
Yeah, Metro 681, traffic at 12 o'clock and 4 miles northwest bound, at Boeing 737, level 280 and climbing. I'll have them level off. You'll pass it, and then we'll get them in a further climb.
Copy that, Vatsim Center has the traffic.
Southwest 1334, maintain flight level 300.
Alright, let me check the weather at White Plains real quick. First, is it anyone on there? Oh, HPN 8 is 133.8.
And Southwest 1334, what's your indicated airspeed right now in the climb?
Our indicated airspeed is about 450 knots. I don't know why.
Julia.
Southwest 1334, what's your level flight level 300, maintain 250 knots. Road traffic above you, pass it, and then you continue your climb.
2,500 foot.
I will maintain 200 at 250.
Okay, for 3044. ILS approach runway 16 in use. Landing in departing runway 16. Use of derailment. What is wildlife activity in the vicinity of Westchester Airport? Read the runway and taxiway hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Westchester County Airport has information, Juliet. 0156 Zulu. Web 120 at 5.
120.
1,500 broken. 2,000.
Okay, we picked up Juliet.
Is there Orca Texas 5?
We're going to expect ILS runway 16.
10 miles east of Saranac Lake, like pick up our pop-up flight flag of Boston. You say something on Orca? Isn't that a
Alright, the approach course is 162.
Yeah, pretty close. Orca Texas 583.
Local lines is 109.7, so I'll put that on the standby.
Okay, squawk 47139.
Alright, crossing altitude to 2,100, decision height is 200 above the ground, which is 639 feet AGL. The missed approach is a climb to 1,000, then a climbing left turn to 3,000 on a heading of 150. And the LaGuardia VOR radio 044 to Harp intersection. LaGuardia 23.5 DME and hold. Continue climb and hold to 3,000.
Number 3710, Boston, yep.
Boston Center, Endeavor 3710 with you, Pope.
Number 3710, Endeavor 3710, Boston Center, loading.
Just turn the seatbelt sign off now that we're level.
Level 200.
Tread did that a few minutes ago. And we're going to enter the approach. ILS runway 16.
Endeavor 3710, cross Lolly and maintain flight level 200.
Only 200, Endeavor 37.
Boston Center, good evening. This is Eagle 037. We're holding short, going 24 at Bradley.
Lost some speed.
Boston Center, good evening, Eco 037, with you, Holy Show 124 at Bradley.
The mock hold doesn't seem to work that well.
037 Boston Center, runway 24, line up and wait. 24, line up and wait, Eco 037.
I'll just gauge the auto throttle, just power us up a little bit, get us up to speed.
Alright, we'll make a touch up to ground point 9, we'll have Charlie with you.
Yep. Southwest 1334, climb maintain flight level 340, and expedite your climb through flight level 320.
Yes, the 340 expedite you up through 320 for Southwest 1334.
Viking 1, the altimeter is 3037, expect ILS runway 24 approach.
3027, and we'll expect ILS runway 24 approach, Viking 1.
Boston Center, Cherokee, Center is 617 Whiskey, and Bradley in uniform, holding short 15 for closed pattern.
Another one, huh? Cherokee Manor 617 Whiskey, runway 15, plan of wait, traffic departing with crossing runway.
Line up and wait, 15, Cherokee, close open.
Tito 037, traffic holding in the position on the crossing runway 24, clear for takeoff. Wind 30, wind 180 at, correction, 210 at 5, apologies. I'm currently traffic of laser to super takeoff when we do 4037, request, once airborne, left directly Cockpit if you are available. Take us to previous requested. Bring that I think that as requested 037. Roger, thank you. Metro 681 comes from altimeter. Metro 681 comes from altimeter is 29902 above. We'll fly level 180. I show you indicating about 400 feet below your cruise.
Roger that, altimeter now 29902. Metro 681.
Orca, taxi 538, ready contact 8 miles west of Burlington. You are, it indicates 900,000, just verify that for me. And you're clear to Boston, Logan International Airport, via present position, direct Burlington UR, then as filed, maintain 900,000. 900,000, check, clear to Boston.
We are.
Yeah, Burlington then is final, those Texas 538.
92 miles to our destination.
Construction, flyer present heading
We picked up information, Juliet,
15 approach.
and we'll
Heading
say approaching range.
Runway 15 approach.
Yeah, we have to wait till we get our descent.
Viking 1.
And we're at 617, Whiskey, make right, close traffic each time, runway 15, clear for takeoff.
Right, pattern, clear for takeoff, 610.
Giga 037, ready contact, stay off as you leaving. 246 at the moment.
Boston Center, Viking 1 with a question.
Coral 037, right, roger, climb maintain for level 380, direct Hartford.
Sorry for climbing maintain 380, 037.
Aircraft with a question, go.
I don't have an ILS for runway 15 at Bradley for Viking 1.
That's my apologies, I don't know why I said ILS, I meant, okay, yeah, back to 24 it is, ILS runway 24, so the ceiling dropped, otherwise it would have gotten a runway 15.
Roger, just to confirm, we will stay with ILS runway 24 approach, Viking 1.
Viking 1, affirmative, thank you.
Boston Center, good evening, 3124, checking in out of flight level 260 for 27.
Number 3124 Boston Center, good evening, sir, welcome aboard.
Alright, so I reviewed the missed approach.
Yeah, good evening, Boston Center, Jackson 33 Bravo Kilo.
I'd say ahead of the airplane. We're going to be doing the ILS-16 according to information Juliet. Oh, and where are we parking? That's another thing I need to look at. Park,
Gulfstream 480, Sierra to maintain 6,000, the New York Airport, altimeter 3034.
alright, down at 6,000, 4800.
Delta 37 time contact New York Center 125.32.
125.32, Gulf 37, San Jose.
Alright, we're parking signature, flight support, so it'll be a right turn off the runway.
Totally.
We're out at flight level 200 for
Left heading 110.
6,000.
Final. Descend maintain 6,000.
Descend and maintain 6,000, I believe you said one left heading 100 for Viking 1?
Viking 1 affirmative, break. Number 90617 Whiskey, runway 15, clear for the option.
Clear for the option 15, 612.
Center American 878 heavy, climbing through 12,000 for 14,000.
American 878 Boston Center, climb maintain flight level 3, Christian 400.
Okay, now we can begin our descent in range checklist.
Number 480, contact New York approach 128.12.
2812 for 4800. We're switching. Good night.
Good night. 3532 F1664, go ahead. American 09 Heavy, turn right and 310, descending take 3,000.
310, 3000, T09.
Good evening, New York approach. Gulfstream 4800 is with you, descending through 16 for 6, going into White Plains.
Number 4800, contact New York Center 125.32.
2532, 4800. New York Center, Gulfstream 4800 is with you, descending through 15 for 6,000, going into White Plains.
4800, roger. He's playing the ILS-16.
We'll expect the ILS runway 16, and we picked up Juliet for 4800. Alright,
Center, good evening, 130, with
where are we? Alright, descent in range.
130 radar contact, turn.
Crew briefing, VREF speeds, our approach speed's going to be 157. Flight management system is set. Flight instruments are set as required. Navigate tuned and identified. We'll tune that in. Set the identifier so it'll go off when we pick it up. The marker beacon is on. Anti-ice and pitot heat's on. Pressurization is checked. Circuit breakers are checked. Fuel pumps are on. Nose wheel steering's on. Parking brake is off and the light is out. Next is the approach in range. Altimeter's local setting. Engine start switches we'll put to start. Flaps as required, VREF and go around. We reviewed the missed approach. We're expecting ILS-16. Exterior lights as required. And we need to slow to 250 knots very shortly here.
Bell 30 dead to center, maintain flight level 190.
And auxiliary fuel pumps armed. And before landing is next.
Alright, descend to maintain flight level 190, Delta 3710.
Aircraft 664 is at 12000.
Aircraft 664, proceed direct merit, maintain 17,000.
Looking at it, ready? Climb maintain 17,000.
To put the air brakes on a little bit to slow down. We're passing 10,000. Put our landing lights on. Got to get down to 250 knots, 270, 265, 260, 55, 50. There we go. All right. Quickly identify the approach.
Delta 3710.
The localizer is IHPN.
3710, expect VR 1 through left.
And that is verified. Slow to 210.
Question 3130, maintain 250 knots.
220 actually. Till advised, but I know I need to slow down.
Rate 00, proceed to Zimmer for the ILS 16 instead of maintain 3000. And New York Center, Bison Charlie with you, climb 375 for 10.
4800 down to 3000 and direct to what? Text it to me please.
Direct Zimmer, Charlie Zulu, India Mike Romeo.
I don't have it. I don't have it. This is annoying when I don't have.
Person 1670, reach top descent.
CZIMR. Alright, we're directing, sir. Three minutes, 14 miles to the approach.
And New York Center, Bison Charlie.
We're going down past.
Climb 95 for 10, 050.
Number 7 Mike Charlie, proceed direct merit, maintain 17,000.
And I'm gonna set the heading bug to fly the airplane so I can turn that on. Now I can see the localizer is active and the glide slope is active. I need to slow down.
Pressure Delta 1035, maintain 300 knots or greater.
Shallow up this descent is the best way to do it instead of the speed brakes.
New York Center, Jet Connect 20. New York Center, Jet Connect 2285.
Alright, we are really getting there.
310.
Engine sync is off, flaps as required, BREF and go around speeds, hydraulic pressures checked, exterior lights as required, auxiliary fuel pumps are on. Before landing will be the gear down. We'll alert the crew. The landing is imminent. Crew alerting, nutcracker test, spoilers armed. Warning inhibit, switch inhibit, and air starter switches are on.
Good evening, New York Center.
Before landing checklist is complete.
Flight level 340.
Southwest, 2006 running. Airplane 664, contact Boston, 134, correction, 134.0.
134, that's what it is.
Really need to slow down. I do need
Rate
to use the air
00,
brakes.
your 6 Boston Zimmer, cross Zimmer, 2000, clear to ILS 16 approach.
Cross Zimmer at 2000, clear for the ILS 164800. Alright, speed checks, first flaps are going out.
1428, maintain Mach 7 forward.
Slow back to Mach 7 for you, 1428.
67.
Oxygen 310, holding short on runway 13 right.
Alright, the airport's in sight.
310, fly runway heading, runway 13, stay on.
We're about 8.5 miles out. Still got to bleed off some speed here.
Foxtrot Kilo 130, correction 310. 310. Fly runway heading, runway 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Gear down. Gears in transit.
250 knots.
X455, heavy 718, 7000, expect VOR 13 left.
Foxtrot Kilo 310, roger that.
Gear down, 3 green lights. Going 20 degrees of flaps.
Expect VOR 13 left, 718, 7000.
Controller has hiccups. Localizers intercepted.
7,000, American 455.
Center American 209 with you, turning final for runway.
Alright, 6 miles.
Next 209, runway 13 left, clear to land, traffic departs 13 right.
Confirm, clear to land, 13 left, number 2.
We go full flaps.
Traffic 138, 718, level 270.
278.
Next 2138, maintain 300 knots or greater of descent.
310 or greater than that to 2158.
Out of marker.
About 3710 to 718, 16,000, altimeter 3034. 16,000, copy, altimeter 6,000, 3710.
And the glide slope's intercepted.
1428 to 718, level 270. Maintain 270 knots.
270, 270 knots, United, course of 28.
Aircraft on standby. Number 1800, runway 16, clear land.
16 clear land, 4800. Controller's good. Alright. Autopilot's off. Auto throttle's disengaged.
4,000.
Don't sink.
You're clear,
Don't sink.
455, just come on, go runway 13 right or left?
13 left.
Roger, VOR 13 left, American 455.
American 3710 to 718, 13,000, sliding 130. Still 3710, flying 130 to 718, 13,000.
Alright, cleared to land.
13,000.
Gear down, 3 green flaps are full.
3710.
Yaw dampeners away.
We're 7 Mike Charlie, Boston 340.
Hey, you broke up there. Was it a handoff to the center for Boston?
They turn to 340.
340, good night.
Boston 3130, Boston 30.
Alright, we got the runway made. Throttles are idle.
1428, County Boston, 7134.0.
340, 1428, good day.
352, cross news available 270.
Touchdown. Spoilers deployed. And the boards are out.
Cross news 270, maintain 309.
90 knots. 80 knots. And there's 60 knots. Spoilers, or correction, reversers disengaged. And we're going to be exiting to the right, going to signature.
American 209, clear runway on Yankee Alpha.
Mac 209, cross runway 4 left, taxi via Bravo to the gate.
Cross 4 left, Bravo to the gate, American 209.
American 2138, County Boston 340, good night.
340, United 2138.
Alright.
3800, walking to Westchester, left 1 able, taxi to the ramp, good night.
Departing with you. Thanks a lot, 4800. Good night. Alright, flaps are coming up. Spoilers are retracted.
115, flight 270.
Star switches are off. Pitot heat and de-ice is off. Marker beacons off. Pumps off. Is the marker beacon not on? I don't know. Let's just do a quick top-down taxiing just straight ahead.
215, flighting 270.
Alright. And the after landing checklist is air source switches are off, transponder as required. I'll put it to standby.
1808000 Delta 30.
Transponder is really the only thing I need my mouse for.
Kilo 310, your radar contact.
Flaps are up. Any ice speeder heater are off. Boost pumps are off. Landing lights and strobes are off. Spoiler switches off.
Kilo 310. Clear land, runway 4.
APU, we'll bring that up. APU's coming up. Alright. And then shutdown. But we're not going to be securing because I'm probably going to do another flight. Can't get this thing in here.
Alright, 352 Boston, 73040, good night. Boston 3440, 9352, good night. 1670 counting Boston, 13410.
Signatures off of Foxtrot.
1670 Boston, center 128.
Looks like this is Foxtrot here.
American 455, flighting 220.
Yep, this is Foxtrot right here.
455. JetBlue 2601, descend, maintain 16,000, VOR 13 left, altimeter 3034. 16,000, VOR 13 left, JetBlue 2601.
Alright, just gotta find a parking space. Kind of a weird ramp, I don't see spaces. It's alright, I just make my own. Whenever I can't find a space, I just go to the front door. And I'll reset this for the next flight, back to 250 knots, and we'll climb initially to 5. This looks like a good spot to stop. Alright, park and brake is set, fuel cutoff 1 and 2. Beacons off. Cabin alerts are off. Well, that concludes a full, uncut, unedited flight into White Plains, New York during the Friday night ops on October 13th. 60 hours of Boston airspace. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, and until next time, happy landings.